learn software. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a slicer for your dashboard. Now, if you remember in our previous video, we learned how to create a simple dashboard. I showed you how to create the first graph using pivot tables and then copy it into a new sheet and create something that looks like this. Now, obviously, you can add more charts and graphs depending on your preferences and depending on your data. Let me just cover the title at the top and increase the size a little bit just to make my dashboard look a little bit neater. Right, so just to go over that very quickly, we opened up our data in Excel file, and then we put our data in a table by holding down Control and pressing the letter T, and that will give us something like this. Now, we then went on to a different sheet, and using different sheets, we created different pivot tables to extract specific data from our table. And for each one, we then created graphs, and I showed you how to do that in the previous video. If you did not watch that video, then you can click on the option that comes up on the top of the screen, or the link will be in the description to take you back to that video. Once you've created a graph or a chart from the pivot table, you would then right click, copy it, paste it into a new sheet, and you can start to build something that looks like this. Now, every piece of every different chart in this dashboard will show a different piece of information, and by looking at this, will give us a snapshot of what the data, what's happening in the data, and therefore we can use this to make decisions for our company or for the people who work with, to basically give them some advice on what they need to do. Now, we have a chart here, and from this chart we're going to create a slicer. And what a slicer is basically very similar to a filter. So at the moment here, we've got males and females at the bottom and how much they spent in every month, and you can see the colors correspond to different months in the key on the right hand side here. So what we're going to do, we can basically look at specific months and use a slicer to just filter this graph to show us a specific month only. And the way we do that is we just click on the graph. We're going to go up to Pivot Chart Analyze, and we're going to click on Insert Slicer. Now, it's going to give us the options to choose from, and these are again our fields from the table that we originally created. I'm going to go ahead and click on the months tab and click OK. I can now just reshape or resize, and I'm going to slip it right in there. Now I can go ahead and click on August. That's just going to show me a male and female comparison of how much they spent in the month of August. I can then click on September, and that's going to change to September, October, and so on and so forth. And that way we can take a closer look at each month and try to make conclusions, if you like, and draw conclusions from the data that we have. And again, if we click this button here, clear filter, we can go back to our original data, and that's pretty much it. And I think these are really nice to add to your dashboard because it gives you a quick way of summarizing or filtering through your graphs and being able to see key pieces of data that you want to see in a graphical way as opposed to looking at it through a table. So that's it from me, guys. Obviously, what you can do is then go and create slices for different charts and start to organize them around your dashboard. And honestly, they are really, really handy, as I said, to summarize your data. So that's it from me. I hope this has been beneficial. If it has, then please do subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.